Since the launch of the original Sonic the Hedgehog back in 1991, Sonic has gone through his different gameplay styles and eras. There's the classic style of the Genesis games and Mania, there's the adventure style with the both adventure games, but one of the most controversial and diverse eras of the Blue Hedgehog has ever been in was the Boost era. The idea of the Boost era started way back with Sonic Rush on the DS, but in 2008 Sonic Unleashed released with this new gameplay style focusing on the Boost. Since Unleashed we've had 3 other Boost games: Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, and Sonic Forces. Opinions on this era of Sonic are extremely diverse amongst fans. There are people out there who hate this formula of Sonic, and there's other people who love this formula of Sonic. I personally love this formula of Sonic. I wouldn't say it's my favorite formula of the Blue Hedgehog, but the Boost games are amongst my favorite Sonic games. Most of them. With Frontiers being the start of a new era of the Blue Blur, I thought it'd be a cool idea to look back on the Boost era and rank all 4 games that use this formula. Yes, I know Frontiers does use this formula in levels, but it's not the main gameplay style. Before we start, I just want to say that this ranking is all my opinion. You might disagree with this list, and that's totally fine. You might think I'm a dumb idiot stupid head, but that's fine. Just don't send death threats my way, please. And with that, let's get on with the list. Starting off with the worst of the Boost games, with number 4, to no one's surprise, is Sonic Forces. This is easily one of the most disappointing games in the Sonic franchise. This game had the potential to be an amazing game, but man did it fall flat in his ass. This game was going for a Sonic loser story and trying to stop Eggman's control over the world. Like, I like the idea of having Sonic's past villains like coming back and kicking his ass. And the game tries to go for a darker tone, but it just does not work. Like, for example, in the early stages of the game, it tells you Sonic is being tortured by Eggman. Like, holy shit, that's kind of fucked up. But when you see him, he's perfectly fine. Like, he's legit just vibing. Like, if you're gonna tell us he's being tortured, like, show us the outcome of that. I'm not asking for Sonic to become a completely different character and being all depressed and all that, because, you know, that's not Sonic. But if you're going for that plotline, show us and not just tell us. The past villains are basically completely wasted in this game. More than half of them you don't even fight, and they're just dealt with once in a cutscene. That's it. And the bosses we do get are not really that good. And all of them are just creations of the Phantom Ruby Infinite has, because it just had to take something from Mania, an actual good game. And the new villain for this game, Infinite, is complete trash, honestly. He's just an OP villain that Sonic has to take down, and his character is bland with no personality. Somehow, his backstory, you know, a backstory is supposed to flesh out the character and make them interesting. Somehow, it makes him completely worse as a character. And the fact he's not even involved in the final fight makes him feel irrelevant to the end of the game. And it is a shame because I honestly do love his design a lot. He could have been a great villain if he was written well. For some reason, classic Sonic is here. They retcon him, so now he's from a different universe and not from the past? Great, why not? He literally has no reason to be here. If you take him out, damn near nothing changes. Okay, so the story isn't that good at all. Is the gameplay good at least? You stupid. The game is mind-numbingly easy. For modern Sonic, he plays like the other Boost games, but the levels are so bland and uninspired, you can legit just press the boost button the whole time and win with no strategy. That's literally all you do. You don't get amazing level design that encourages fast reflexes and knowledge of the level. Like, literally the first time you play it, you boost all of it and you pretty much know the entire level. Great. He controls like trash, especially in the 2D sections. I don't understand how they fucked him up so bad. I feel like most of the criticisms of the Boost games are mainly in this game. The whole argument of it's just boost to win. Yeah, that's literally Sonic Forces. Next, we have the Avatar character. Now, the customization of the Avatar is amazing. Like, you constantly get new cosmetics to make your character look badass, but the gameplay of Avatar is kinda lame. Instead of a boost, you get a gun that is powered by the Wisps. Also, why the hell are the Wisps here? They are meant to be in space on their planet just chilling because he saved them in Sonic Colors, but now they're just here for some reason. Why? The starting gun is too OP and make the levels way too easy. So there's literally no reason to switch to any other gun, just the starting gun. Sometimes the Avatar and Sonic team up. These could have been cool, like maybe have something like Sonic Heroes, but no. Most of the time you're just boosting and then the game stops, so your avatar can take down enemies with the gun, and it ruins the pace of the level. Also, these levels are ridiculously short. Before they can get any good, the level just ends. But nothing in this game compares to how bad Classic Sonic is in this game. He controls so goddamn bad. I don't know how they made him infinitely worse than how he was in Generations. I wish I was making this part up, but there was a level where if you just hold the run button, he somehow loses all momentum by the time he gets to the ramp. What? One good thing I can say about this game is that the music is really good, but all the other games have a good soundtrack, so that's barely a positive. I will say though, for how much I ranted on how much this game sucks, I will say this game is just a little overhated. Don't get me wrong, this game isn't good, like, at all. Those people out there who say it's the worst of the franchise, if you think that, then, you know, that's fine. We all have our own opinions. But Sonic has had way worse games than this. For me, it doesn't even come in, like, top 5 worst Sonic games. I don't know if that should be a good thing, because some Sonic games are really bad. Yeah, that's just how I feel. Overall, this game sucks. It's easily the worst of the Boost era. Now, from 3 and up are games I consider to be extremely good and really fun to play. But coming in at number 3 is Sonic Colors. Now, some might be upset that this is number 3 on the list, but this game is still really good. This game is way more simple in terms of story than the others. You go to this planet to stop Eggman and save the Whiffs. That's it. And that honestly works for me. The simple story actually works to this game's benefit. Like, back when this game came out, we were constantly getting Sonic games of either mediocre or straight up terrible stories, other than Unleashed, but we will get to that later. So when this game came out, it was a breath of fresh air, honestly. What about the characters in this game? We get Sonic and Tails. That's it. I'm not someone who goes on the idea that there's too many Sonic characters in the Sonic universe, but it was cool seeing a game about the iconic duo figuring out how to stop Eggman on their own. The new addition to this game was the Whiffs. They are extremely cool in this game. They all add a new ability for Sonic to make his levels more fun to explore and go through. The basic Whiffs give Sonic his boost that was in Unleashed. There's a Whiff that lets you zip through the level, a drill Whiffs that lets you dig to find secret areas and discover new pathways in the level, and there's a Whiff that is a new way to spin dash in levels and make them more fun. Most of them are really cool. The one I really don't like is the cube, honestly. Like, it kind of just ruins the pace of the level and kind of sucks. Other than that one, they all control extremely well, and Sonic feels amazing to use as well. So it isn't a slog to play through, like, at all. He feels really good, and the Whiffs are fun to use. But when you have all of them unlocked and you go back to previous stages to get the collectibles and all that, the stages become even more fun because you can discover more pathways in the levels. And speaking of levels, they are really good. Pretty much all of them are amazing. They are all visually gorgeous, and they all stand out from each other. My favorite probably being Planet Whiffs, because that stage is so damn good. But all of them are a blast to go through, so pretty much the whole time you're having a good time. The soundtrack is really good. Honestly, one of my favorites in the Sonic franchise. But the game isn't perfect. One nitpick I have is that the game has a little too many 2D sections. They aren't bad or anything, but most of the levels are 2D, which is kind of weird. Also, the bosses are painfully easy. Almost none of them are memorable, like at all, other than maybe the final boss. And this might be crazy, but I don't really think the unlockable Super Sonic is the greatest. When you use them, you can't use any of the Whiffs, which is very lame. And I will say the Ultimate port that was released a couple years back isn't greatest. I haven't played it since my original playthrough back when it released, and I heard it actually got a lot better, but you're honestly just better emulating it or playing the original Wii version. But this game is fantastic. Honestly, one of the Blue Blur's best in my opinion. Now, these top 2 were extremely hard for me to rank. These 2 are some of my favorite games, like, period. But as of this video and this recording, I finally decided which one I like more. So coming in at number 2 is Sonic Unleashed. This game means so much to me, honestly. Like, I legit have so much nostalgia for this game. At a certain point in time, this was literally the only game I played. I was obsessed with this game. I would watch many, and I mean many, different Let's Plays of this game constantly. I even made my uncle play it so I can watch him play it because I loved it that much and I sucked at the game. I even had the PS2 version of this game and I played that a lot as a kid. So to say I love this game would be an understatement. Anyways, let's get to the actual game itself. The game's story is honestly one of my favorites. I love the idea of Sonic going to many different parts of the world and trying to put it back together and stop Dark Gaia. I love the addition of Chip in this game. I know a lot of people don't really like him, but his dynamic of Sonic is amazing in my opinion. And this game was completely ahead of its time when it came out. Like, the graphics to this day still look amazing. And the opening cutscene is one of my favorite Sonic moments of all time. It is so beautiful. And you can't tell me the Super Sonic scene at the end wasn't amazing. And also, the Dark Gaia awakening was, you know, just a little terrifying as a kid. How does the game play? This game is so goddamn fun. With this being the first Boost game, I still think Sonic controls very well. The Boost is probably the best here. I like how you can upgrade Sonic in this game, and with max speed, Sonic goes extremely fast. Like, this is the fastest Sonic has ever been in any game, and I love it. At first it might get hard to get used to and you're probably gonna die a decent amount, but after enough runs of these stages, it feels so good to boost through all these stages as fast as possible, and you feel like a complete badass. All the stages in this game are fantastic. Rooftop Run, Windmill Isle, Cool Edge, Dragon Road, and the list goes on. I love the level design in this game. Obviously it encourages boosting, but like they throw in obstacles so you can't just boost to win like in Forces. It really tests your reflexes, and once you master the stages, like, it's amazing. It's so good. To this day, not many games like can top like Sonic Unleashes level design in my opinion. At night, Sonic all at once hits puberty hard and becomes the Werehog. Now, this is the element of the game where a lot of people will say the game is trash, but I would disagree. Yes, the Werehog is dumb. Yes, I would prefer if Sonic only had the day stages, but these stages aren't really that bad, honestly. Sonic reduces his speed and just says, fuck it, I'm gonna throw these hands. Yes, you can beat all these levels just smashing the triangle button, but the combos you do get do look pretty badass. The platforming in these levels aren't that bad, honestly. For some reason, Sonic can stretch his arms when he's the Werehog, which is weird, and I do hate the parts where you have to walk on the balance beams, because those suck. But I actually do like going through these stages. They were nowhere near the quality of the day levels, but I still like them. And I can acknowledge how dumb the Werehog is and have fun with it. I actually do like the bosses in this game. Most of them are really fun and cool to take down, and the soundtrack is debatably my favorite in the entire franchise. The main theme, Endless Possibility, might be my favorite theme in this franchise. I love it that much. As much as I love this game, it isn't perfect. The first thing I don't like is that some of the Werehog levels are way too long. Some of them take over 15 minutes to complete. Another thing I don't like is Eggman Land. It's nice that it calls back to Adventure 1, but this level is fucking ridiculous. And it takes way too fucking long. The frame rate in some of these levels are so fucking bad. I'm surprised my PS3 didn't explode. The QTEs in the levels aren't the greatest, especially in the later levels where if you fuck up, you pretty much just die. But overall, it could just be my nostalgia talking, but I fucking love this game. I've loved this game ever since I first played it way back when. I understand why people don't like it due to the Werehog, but I still enjoy it. Sega just needs to fucking remaster this game already. I've been wanting this to get an upgrade port since the fucking PS4. I don't understand why they won't do it. Fucking release it on Steam, PS5 or whatever, and it will sell. But coming in at number 1, Sonic Generations. This is just a love letter to all Sonic fans, honestly. With the game coming out for Sonic's 20th anniversary, this game manages to capture what made Sonic such a beloved character in a series in general. It manages to make every level from the Blue Blur's history fun to play, even games that suck like Sonic 06. It captures the 3 major eras of Sonic: Classic, Adventure, and Boost perfectly. Both Sonics are amazing to control. Both variations of each stage in this game are amazing. Classic Sonic feels great and is actually fun to play, unlike our other game on this list. Modern Sonic and his boost is extremely fun. He isn't as fast as Unleashed Sonic, but his levels are still a blast to play. They made each level from every game for the both Sonics perfectly. The bosses in this game are pretty good, even though the final boss does suck. The interactions with the both Sonics and the both Tails and both Eggmans are amazing and I love it. The amount of fan service this game has is insane. God, this game is so good. Especially with the mod community for this game. This game has been modded to death and a lot of the mods are so cool. They even modded all the day levels from Unleash into this game. God, like I just fucking love this game. I cannot wait for Sonic as Shadow Pause Generations later on this year. Well, that is my ranking for the Sonic Boost games. Overall, I say most of these games are fantastic and some of Sonic's best in my opinion. I am excited to see the new era of Sonic after Frontiers, but I will always have a special place in my heart for the Boost games. They did define a big part of my childhood. I hope you guys enjoyed and leave your guys' ranking in the comments below. That will do it for this video and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.